boys and girls. Welcome to Children's Church.
So good to see you guys again. And you know how we always start off with songs, and we've been doing the songs from our VBS Shipwreck, and they have been a lot of fun, haven't they?
They have been a lot of fun, yeah.
Well, now we're going to change gears and start doing the songs from last year's VBS, which was called Roar.
Oh, wow.
So
that sounds exciting.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. So let's get up and get ready to do the motions. Come on, guys. Everybody get up. Yeah. So now, are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you guys ready? Let's go. Whoa, is that a lion?
Oh, my goodness.
What's next? I wanna face this world with wonder and excitement. Face every challenge every day. Wherever you lead me, I'm gonna follow. I'm trusting you, God. You are good. Life will be crazy, wild and amazing. I'm trusting you, God. You are good. Wherever you lead me, anything can happen. Can't hardly wait to see what's next. I wanna face this world with wonder and excitement. Face every challenge every day. I'm gonna follow. I'm trusting you, God. You are good. Life will be crazy, wild and amazing. I'm trusting you, God. You are good. Wherever you lead me, I'm gonna follow. I'm trusting you, God. You are good. Life will be crazy, wild and amazing. I'm trusting you, God. You are good. I'm trusting you, God. You are good. I'm trusting you, God. You are good. Come on now, join with me, everybody sing. I'm gonna lift my voice to glorify my King. He is a mighty God and worthy of our praise. We give him everything, he's good in every way. Come on now, join with me, everybody sing. I'm gonna lift my voice to glorify my King. He is a mighty God and worthy of our praise. We give him everything, he's good in every way. He is always there for us. He's good in every way. Pouring out his awesome love. He's good in every way. He fills us up with peace and joy. He's good in every way. He gives us all we need and more. He's good in every way. Come on now, join with me, everybody sing. I'm gonna lift my voice to glorify my King. He's there for us. He's good in every way. Pouring out His awesome love. He's good in every way. He fills us up with peace and joy. He's good in every way. He gives us all we need and more. He's good in every way. Come on now, join with me. Come on now, join with me. Everybody sing. I'm gonna lift my voice to glorify my King. He is a mighty God and worthy of our praise. We give Him everything. He's good in every way. Come on now, join with me. Everybody sing. Everybody sing. I'm gonna lift my voice to glorify my King. He is a mighty God and worthy of our praise. We give Him everything. He's good in every way. He's good in every way. He's good in every way.
What a fellowship, what a joy divine, leaning on the everlasting arms. What a blessedness, what a peace is mine, leaning on the everlasting arms. Leaning, safe and secure from all alarms. Leaning on the everlasting arms. What have I to dread? What have I to fear? Leaning on the everlasting arms. I have blessed peace with my Lord so near. Leaning on the everlasting arms. Leaning, safe and secure from all alarms. Leaning on the everlasting arms. I'm leaning, you know I'm leaning, you know I'm leaning on the everlasting. You know I'm leaning, you know I'm leaning, you know I'm leaning on the everlasting. Safe and secure from all alarms. Leaning on the everlasting arms. On the everlasting arms. On the everlasting arms.
The everlasting arms. Oh man, that was a lot of
It was
fun.
so much fun.
Man, I really enjoyed those.
I really did too.
Yeah. So now it's our time for that we do Bible story from Saddleback Kids, and we're going to do a story about Joseph.
Oh, wow.
That's gonna be fun. All right, we'll see you guys in a little bit. Enjoy.
Stories of the Bible. Joseph and his coat. So this is Joseph. Hey! You see, Joseph was the son of Israel and Rachel. Israel loved Joseph more than all 12 of his sons. In fact, he made Joseph a coat to show him how much he loved him. When Joseph's brothers saw this, they hated Joseph. One night, Joseph had a dream. When he awoke, Joseph told the dream to his brothers. He said, "Listen to this dream I had. We were gathering grain when suddenly my bundle of grain rose up and all of you bowed to me." This made his brothers hate Joseph even more. And they said, "You're gonna rule over us?" Then Joseph had another dream. And he told it to his brothers and his father. He said, "Listen, I had another dream, and this time the sun and moon and 11 stars were bowing down to me." This time Israel heard the dream and rebuked Joseph, saying, "Will your mother and brothers and I actually come and bow down before you?" The brothers were even more angry when they heard the second dream. Israel, however, decided to think about what Joseph was saying. One day, Joseph's brothers were working when they saw Joseph coming to meet them. One of his brothers mocked him and said, "Here comes the dreamer. Come on now, let's kill him and throw him away to be devoured by a ferocious animal. Then we'll see what comes of his dreams." One of the brothers named Reuben wanted to rescue Joseph, so he said, "Let us not take his life. Instead, throw him in the pit."
Yeah.
So when Joseph came to his brothers, they attacked him. They took the robe their father had given Joseph. They hoisted Joseph up and threw him into the well. Then they saw a group of men from Midian coming towards them. Judah thought it would be a good idea to sell Joseph to these men. So the brothers sold Joseph to the merchants for 20 shekels. The brothers then took the coat of many colors back to their father and made him believe that Joseph had been killed. Israel wept for his son whom he loved. Meanwhile, Joseph was taken as a slave to Egypt to work in the house of a man named Potiphar, for Joseph's story was only just beginning.
That's how it's going to end? I don't like stories that end like that.
Yeah, well, one thing we know is that throughout the Bible that God is faithful, and we just know and trust that he is going to be faithful with Joseph. So we'll have to find out next week what happens. But boys and girls, what we know too is that God is faithful to us, and he loves us and cares for us. And so even when we don't know what's going to be next, we can trust that he loves us and cares for us. You know what? You know what's next.
It's creative time with Maggie and Seth.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what they're going to do with the story of Joseph.
And the coat.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Hey boys and girls, it's good to see you guys again on Creative Time with Maggie and Seth. Like we saw in the video, Joseph's dad gave him a coat of many colors. And so, for today's craft, we're going to be making a coat of many colors.
So what you're going to need for this craft is some markers, some coffee filters or some napkins, some water. We put ours in a spray bottle, but you can also put yours just in a little bowl, some scissors, and then we sent your parents a link in the email, and it's also in the description of this video, to this page of Joseph that we will be using to model our coat of many colors. So first, you're going to take your coffee filter or your napkin, and you're going to set it on some parchment paper because it will be getting wet, so you don't want your table to get wet. So then you're going to color it. You'll color your filter or your napkin. You can use a bunch of different colors and make sure the whole thing is just covered. We don't want to see a lot of white. So then afterwards, you'll either take your spray bottle or you take your little container of water and you'll cover the filter or the napkin. But you don't want it to get too wet or else the colors will wash out of it. So now that you have colored your coffee filter or napkin and you've put water on it, you want to make sure that it is completely dry before we proceed to the next steps. We used a hairdryer, as you saw, to speed up the process. But also, while you're waiting for it to dry, you can go to the link that we sent in the email to your parents or the link that's in the description, and it will take you to this picture of Joseph, and he will be modeling our coat of many colors. So you can cut him out and decorate him and color him in. I have already cut out my Joseph and colored in his hair and everything, and Seth is finishing his up now. So, now we're going to make his coat. So we find that the best way to make his coat is to take Joseph, once you've cut him out, put him on top of your coffee filter or napkin, and trace the outline of his body, because that'll be about as big as your coat is going to be. So I'll wait for Seth. Oh, and he's done. And then we'll both trace the outline of Joseph on our coffee filter and napkin. So now that we have our outline, and you can choose to make the coat as long or as short as you'd like, we're just going to cut it out. But make sure you be very careful with using scissors. So now that we've cut out our coats, you can either use glue or tape to tape the coat onto Joseph. I'm going to be gluing mine and Seth will be taping his.
And there you have your Joseph and his coat of many colors. Now that we finished this project of Joseph in the coat of many colors, also in the description of this video and in the email that we sent you, there's a link to a coloring page of Joseph like we saw him in the Saddleback Kids story. And since it's a coloring page, you can color however you want and make it your own.
So we hope you have fun making Joseph and his coat of many colors and also coloring Joseph and his coat of many colors. And we can't wait to see you again on Creative Time with Maggie and Seth.
Bye!
Welcome back from Creative Time with Maggie and Seth. And I love these little Joseph characters that they made today. And I love, look at that, the coat of many colors that they put on there. That was a lot of fun. I hope you had fun making them.
Yeah, and if you want to make them, just remember that this little Joseph character and the coloring pages, they are in the links in the email and in the description below. So just have your parents click on them and download them if you want to do that, or coloring and do the project. That'd be a lot of fun. So
oh, I don't want to interrupt you, but I just wanted to remind you to keep these little characters because the life of Joseph's story is not over.
that's right.
While today ended a little sad, I think it gets better.
Well,
But we want to keep these so we can add to them.
we're going to find out what happens next. So, boys and girls, it's been a lot of fun hanging out with you guys. We love you. We miss you. And we'll see you next week. See you guys.
Bye, guys.
Keep it together.
Yeah, okay.